They help you, they play with you. It's really fun. They do a great job. And he's also a good listener.
It's about just having fun when you have nothing to do.
Someone to talk to if something happens.
What's great about a Big is they help you with things.
Big Brothers Big Sisters program paired us together over 25 years ago. As a child coming from divorce, you do have a lot of chaos, and knowing that Victoria was always glad to see me
Always.
just made it a safe place to come and a positive experience, just a consistently positive experience in my life.
It was not about what I was going to do as a charitable, good person for somebody else. It turned out to be this amazing reciprocal joy. I was just there to be a friend and a companion. You asked me once what difference it would have made in my life to have had a big sister, and I just burst into tears. The thought of having somebody older and bigger to just be with without any agenda.
The thing that stands out in my mind as a little sister is that because you are influencing a child early in their life, you can spend very little time with them and affect their lives in great ways.
Actually, the first big thing was a community meeting. It was probably in the spring of '79. 80 people that came to that meeting. I was working as a social worker at DeVargas Junior High, and I personally saw how badly needed the program was among the kids that I was working with. And you could really see that 13 was already kind of late to be, if these same kids had had a real positive influence like a big brother or a big sister at an earlier age, they may be in a much different situation at that point.
We started from scratch. Actually the basement.
Remember?
Not the ground floor, but the basement.
Yeah, we got up to such a good start in every way because I think people in the community were just excited about the prospect of having a Big Brothers Big Sisters program in our community, and we had a very long waiting list right off the bat. I don't think there's ever a time when we're going to be able to say that every kid has been served.
So that's what the two of you started. It's amazing to think about how it ripples through the community and the changes that it makes.
And even those matches that didn't last a long time, when you talk to the kids years later, because they can't tell you at the time. They're children and they're playing and they're having fun, but they remember the good piece. They remember somebody cared. And they remember the fun they had, which I think is so important. They were a part of a community.
But I have to say that it is just, what's really gratifying is to see what you all have done with the program. The fact that it's still, not only is it's still around, it's like stronger, it's at a whole other level. It's at a whole other level of serving so many more kids than even we were able to do back at the time.
I believe it was in '99 the board really said, we want to take this to a whole new level. We were primarily still serving Santa Fe County with a few matches in Los Alamos and Rio Arriba. Now we're about 25, and we're in 7 counties with plans to expand into 11. And
from 2 to 25.
There you go. Yeah.
Do you know how much they mean to you? I wanted to tell the Big Brothers and Big Sisters this. You mean everything to the kids, and just the excitement and enthusiasm, and I'm going to have somebody I can go out with and play and do things with, and
if they've got a big to go hang out with, even if they're not doing anything fancy, it just really takes some of that stress away. Yeah.
The key to the initial vision was bringing together the volunteers who really had the time and the desire and the wanting to provide that for a child.
Where we wanted to make sure the organization was alive and growing and going well. The need was so great, and it continues to grow. I don't see anything that's going to drop the need.
First of all, at the time I got into it really not knowing what I was going to expect. but it turned out to be incredibly rewarding. I just had a great time with Chris. So life-changing, for me, I would say.
Same here.
What I found too is I could do anything I wanted to do. If I wanted to go to a ball game, if I wanted to go for a hike, Chris was up for it. So it didn't make any difference, and so it wasn't like I was giving up my time necessarily for this kid. It was like we were just doing something together that we both wanted to do. So there was no sacrifice there.
John certainly taught me quite a bit. He gave me the advice and tried to lead me down that right path. In the bigger picture, all those little tidbits of advice and everything that it just compiled, and I've come to where I'm at right now in life.
It really does make me proud, I have to admit it. It's pretty nice.
I've been matched with my little Alex for 6 years, so that was my introduction to Big Brothers Big Sisters. Alex he's my little, right? We call the children littles, but he's much taller than me now. He's an offensive lineman on his high school football team. We've developed a really strong friendship, both between Alex and I and with his family. And even when we get termed out, when he becomes too old to be officially a match, we're going to stay friends for a long time. I've served as our board treasurer for a couple of years, and very recently I was elected as our new board president. We've accomplished so much as an organization over the last 30 years, but I'm even more excited about what we're going to accomplish over the next 30 years. I think there are 3 things we need to work on. Number 1, always more longer, stronger matches. I think as a board we need to do a better job. We've done a good job. We need to do a better job of expanding and developing the board, and more longer, stronger funding, because we're getting such wonderful results from staff and from our program, and they're making a huge difference.
The program saved my life, and I thank the program every day for what I have right now. And I thank God for John. He saved me, helped me out through those hard times, and now look, everything's good. Everything's good.
It's not as much fun giving money as being a big brother or big sister, but not everybody has the time, the inclination. So giving money is really the next best thing, and it's a wonderful thing to do because you support really literally hundreds and hundreds of people, and boys and girls get so much out of it.
It's just astounding how many kids need bigs, whether it's boys or girls. Having that person to talk to, and having the organization there to help out in all the different ways that it does, it's invaluable. You can't really put a price tag on it. Unfortunately, you really do have to put one, because nothing's free in this world.
My little brother.
My name is Raymond, and I haven't really got a big brother yet, but I'm going to get money.